Hello, trivia fans. It's me, Quizmaster Jack, here, like every week, playing Buzzwords, pop culture, and sports. Buzzword is a simulation of the toss-up experience that you would have in Quiz Bowl. So each question is going to be a series of clues that goes from more obscure to more well-known. I'm going to try to buzz in as soon as I can and get the question right. These first 10 questions are going to be all about pop culture.
This character plays toy soldiers on the piano and sings Titanium as a lullaby. She uses a paper cutter blade to kill Ronnie Chang.
Oh. It's Megan. Methregan. A rare early in the year horror movie that people really digged. I think it came out in like January of 2023. But had pretty good. Allison Williams is in that. The effects on the doll was pretty good, and the person that portrayed the body of Megan, at least like in the dancing stuff, was very skilled. I don't know their name, but they did a very good job with that, which contributed to the popularity of it.
This brand used the codename Crystal Cove for a prototype it unveiled between its DK1 and DK2 releases. This brand made products with halo headbands and constellation camera arrays that can be used to access Horizon worlds. For 10 points, what Meta Platforms brand makes Rift and Quest VR headsets?
Do you want Oculus? Okay. I thought Oculus got... I guess maybe Oculus is just part of the sub-brand of Meta now. Because they definitely got absorbed by Meta. And I thought they got basically eliminated in name. But... oh, I think that was going to be the video game question. And I did not do great on it.
The iPhone's Siri claims this person makes my life happier, more exciting, in a Cedric Gervais song that says, "Hi, I am looking for this person." In All Gold Everything, Trinidad James uses this name to describe what he popped. For 10 points, what name is used as slang for the drug MDMA or ecstasy?
What, you want E? Oh, Molly. Okay, yeah. That's... listen, as a scientist, I only know and deal with the chemical names of the things that I analyze at work. So the slang terms I actively don't know. Molly makes a lot more sense than E, though, I will admit.
A performance of this song was followed by a parody that mentioned the way you deal with U.S. Steel, as covered in Lana Del Rey's national anthem music video. At the 2022 Met Gala, Kim Kardashian wore a dress worn for a 1962 performance.
She wore the happy birthday dress, and people didn't like it. Because I think she damaged it, or it came back damaged. But the Marilyn Monroe performance of Happy Birthday to John F. Kennedy, Kim Kardashian wore that dress to the Met Gala.
In 1990, the audience at a talk show named for this man was removed after heckling guest host Rush Limbaugh. This man's daughter Maggie sometimes appears on the show he has hosted since replacing Chuck Woolery in 1981. For 10 points, what host...
Is it Pat Sajak? He's been in the news lately. I may be way off here. Yeah, Pat Sajak's been hosting Wheel since then. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And he recently announced his imminent retirement. I think next season's going to be his last season of hosting Wheel.
In 1962, this man and Steve Douglas assembled a house band called the Wrecking Crew. In 1968, this first tycoon of teen married the lead singer of the Ronettes, a group that heavily utilized this man's wall of sound technique.
Yeah. Why can't I think of his name?
What music producer was convicted of murder in 2000?
That's Phil Spector. I knew that off of the Ronettes thing. I just couldn't pull his name. Big hair Phil. He's also a murderer.
A man in this film, working for Bartok Industries, says computers are dumb after seeing a dead baboon. In this film, Veronica says, "Be afraid, be very afraid," when warning a woman not to use a telepod. For 10 points, what film starred Jeff Goldblum as a...
Okay. Yeah. Whew. 2 horror movies. All of the movies are going to be about horror this week. Week 22. Megan and The Fly. Both movies I haven't seen. So I'll get them where I can when they talk about Seth Brundle and the Brundle Fly.
A 31st century man with this surname travels in time and becomes the villains Rama Tut and Kang. Another man with this surname discovered unstable molecules and was college roommates with future teammate Ben Grimm.
Richards then? Yeah, it must be Reed Richards. Some Fantastic Four knowledge there working on. I just don't have much to say. I don't know Fantastic Four that well.
On the show Adventure Time, a cosmic one of these animals appears in prophetic dreams. A resident of the Boiling Isles named Ida teaches witchcraft to Luz on a Disney Channel show.
I'm going to say an owl then, because I think they're talking. That last one is Owl House, which I've seen one episode of. But the owl, I don't know. I thought Owl House was well received. I actually don't know anything about Owl House, except that it exists.
In this musical, while at the 14th Street Association parade, a woman talks to the dead Ephraim. In this musical, waiters sing "It's So Nice to Have You Back Where You Belong" and "You're Lookin' Swell" to the title character. For 10 points, name this Jerry Herman musical about the matchmaker, Mrs. Levi.
Oh. What? No. Is it? I don't think it's Hello Dolly. It was Hello Dolly. Huh. Man. Well, we scrapped and scraped through that. Probably should have got Molly to get a 10 out of 10, but still 9 out of 10. Mostly 10 points. Not the greatest, but that's how it goes sometimes. Those were the pop culture questions. Now it's all about sports.
This player took handoffs from rookie Doug Flutie on the Generals in a season in which he had 2,411 rushing yards. Darren Woodson and Emmitt Smith were drafted with picks that Dallas got from Minnesota.
All right, more. Admittedly, this was before I was like a deep Vikings fan. But again, this is one of the worst trades in NFL history that the Vikings were on the bad side of. Cowboys went on and won like 3 Super Bowls with all the picks they got from trading Herschel Walker away and fleecing the Vikings, and we're just back at it. Could you just not Buzzword for a week?
This man's career basically ended in 1984 after he was thrown down a stairwell in a fight at Studio 54. He is the only basketball player to have his number retired by NC State. The only player in the 1970s to score 70 points in a game was, for 10 points, what Nuggets guard nicknamed Skywalker?
I have no idea who this is. I probably recognize the name. What could be a Skywalker? Luke. No. I was wrong. I don't know David Thompson at all. All right. All right, we did football and basketball. We'll just do the natural baseball guess here.
This team was supposedly cursed after Bill Barilko died in a 1951 plane crash. This team's 1942 win over Detroit is the only time a team rallied from 3 games down in the Stanley Cup Finals. For 10 points, what NHL team that has an ongoing 55-year title drought is based in Ontario?
It's the Maple Leafs. Yep, there's a lot of hockey knowledge there that I did not have.
In 2001, this player began an annual tradition of inspiring the AL All-Stars with a profane speech against the NL. This man, who learned Spanish just so he could trash talk, was an opening day starter in 2019 at age 45. For 10 points, what outfielder had 4,367 hits between the U.S. and Japan?
Oh, Ichiro, nice. Oh. Ichiro, so cool. Just the best. Ichiro. Well, so far the only thing I've gotten before the end was the Vikings trauma again. Multiple word answer. So this is probably like a sport or maybe piece of equipment or something.
At this event in 1967, Tom Simpson died after taking amphetamines. In 1998, this event was marred by a scandal involving the Festina team. In 2006, this event was won by Oscar Pereiro after the disqualification of Floyd Landis.
Oh, okay. Yep. Floyd Landis, that's a name I recognize as a cycler who doped. A cyclist who doped.
Only this man and Peyton Manning completed 300 passes in each of their first 6 seasons. At the end of 2022, this player lost a starting spot to Jarrett Stidham, the younger brother of the Texans' first ever draft pick.
It's Derek Carr. Yeah, Stidham was... Yeah, I guess that was a weird... Derek Carr and the Raiders was weird. They went out and got Devontae Adams for him, and still he couldn't do what they wanted him to do. Even though they played together in college, and it just didn't work out. NFL quarterbacks are weird. It just... Who knows? It's such an important position, but barely anybody ever pans out. All right. Probably basketball?
A pitcher for this team was a member of the John Birch Society who made a Red famous by giving up Pete Rose's record-breaking hit. Eric Show pitched for this NL team, whose right fielder won 8 NL batting titles and batted .394 in 1994. For 10 points, what California team starred Tony Gwynn?
Okay. Yeah, it's just really specific information. But yeah, like knowing that Tony Gwynn hit .394 in a season, that would help you get it early. But not me. Not me this week.
For giving this man a mid-match pep talk in 2018, umpire Mo Layani was suspended. This man, who won a doubles grand slam and reached the Wimbledon final in 2022, semi-regularly uses an underarm serve. The most fined player in ATP history is, for 10 points, what Greek-Australian tennis star?
The Kyrgios? They'll give me that. I just did that I instead of a Y. They'll give me that. They're just eating the scraps here on these giveaways. Just not really my week for sports.
A club in this city secured Premier League promotion in 2023 under manager Paul Heckingbottom. The Steel City Derby involves 2 teams from this city where Liverpool fans...
All right, I'm going out with the steel thing because Birmingham is a steel city. Okay. I was trying to go off of some geography stuff there. I probably could have waited for a giveaway to get Sheffield there, but I'm fine taking the stab.
This was the surname of a Magic guard who was traded for Ryan Anderson after being drafted out of Western Kentucky. In 2014, Draymond Green replaced a man with this surname in the starting lineup of the Warriors. For 10 points, give the surname of Knicks and Warriors all-star power forward, David.
Yeah, it is Lee. I was going off I had a little bit of... I was around when Draymond took over for David Lee, so... I mean, around in that I lived in the Bay Area, so the Warriors were kind of news. 81 there. That's a very, very mediocre sports week. Pop culture looked a little better, though. I was 20th at time of recording. But that's it for me. After eating all those scraps, still have a good time playing Buzzword. I hope you had a good time watching. If you did, you can help me out by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and checking out other videos on the channel. And if you dig Buzzword and think you could do better than me, you can head over to neqt.com/Buzzword and see what games they got going for you. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.